Let's be real for a second. If you're here, you're already a step ahead of the crowd. Why? Because you're looking for real, no BS advice, and that's exactly what you're going to get today. Eating healthy and eating to lose weight are not the same thing. Crazy, right? It's easy to assume that the path to weight loss is as simple as eat healthy, stop eating junk, but trust me, it's not that straightforward. This video is going to dive into the real-world difference between eating healthy and eating to actually lose weight. Forget textbooks. Forget what some dietitian might have told you. This is about what works in the real world. Let's face it, you've probably heard it 1,000 times. Just eat healthy, and the weight will fall off. Sounds logical, but does it really work that way? Nope. There's a massive gap between what's considered healthy and what actually helps you shed those extra pounds or stay lean. Think about it. How many people do you know who eat healthy but are still struggling to hit their goals? Why is that? It's because eating healthy foods alone doesn't guarantee weight loss. So what's the problem? Too many calories. Calories are the ultimate gatekeepers of your progress. It doesn't matter if those calories are coming from kale smoothies or chocolate cake. Too many calories will keep you from reaching your goals. So I'm going to help you connect the dots. How do you make real-world food choices that keep you on track without driving yourself crazy over what's perfectly healthy? And before we dive deeper, let's clear something up. Do I think diet soda is healthy? Nope, not at all. But here's the kicker. If you put a 5-calorie diet soda next to a 300-calorie vegan smoothie loaded with spinach, flax seeds, and all the trendy health foods, guess which one's going to help you lose weight? Yeah, the diet soda. So, if you're constantly hearing that you need to swap out all your indulgences for superfoods and it's not working, this is why. It's not just about eating the right foods. It's about understanding how calories play into the bigger picture. Let's get real for a second. Imagine you're holding two options in your hands. A vegan shake packed with spinach, blueberries, carrots, flax seeds, and everything super healthy under the sun. It's 300 calories and tastes like lawn clippings. On the other hand, you've got a 5-calorie diet root beer. Which one do you think is going to help you lose weight? Spoiler alert. It's not the shake. Sure, it's loaded with antioxidants and all that jazz, but the calorie count is the real game changer here. The diet soda might not win any awards for being healthy, but when it comes to shedding pounds, it's the better option. Here's the kicker. Switching to a diet full of healthy foods doesn't guarantee you'll lose weight. Why? Because if you're still overeating, even on the good stuff, you're not going to hit your goals. Let's be honest. How long can you stick to eating something like that vegan shake before you snap and say, screw it, I'm getting a pizza or a blizzard? Hunger is the real enemy here, and it's what drives us to overindulge when we just can't take it anymore. Staying full and satisfied without overloading on calories is the secret sauce to weight loss. It's not about avoiding your favorite foods because of stress or emotional eating. Sure, you might feel a temporary high from drowning your sorrows in a pint of ice cream. But let's face it, that satisfaction lasts, 6 minutes? After that, you're stuck with guilt and an even bigger uphill battle to climb. The real answer? Focus on low-calorie-dense foods. They're the key to staying full, satisfied, and in control of your calorie intake. This isn't about perfection. It's about making smarter, real-world choices that actually work. Ready for the next part? Let's keep going. All right, let's break this down. Because I get this question all the time. What even is a low-calorie dense food? People message me saying, hey, I'm doing what you said, eating all these high-calorie dense foods like you suggested. And I'm like, wait, what? That's the exact opposite of what I meant. So, let me simplify this for you. Low-calorie dense foods are exactly what they sound like. Foods with very few calories per serving. Think about diet soda. Is it healthy? No. But does it have a ton of calories? Also, no. It barely has any. Compare that to regular soda, which is loaded with sugar and calories. Or take spinach. You can eat a whole bowl of it, and it's still practically nothing in calories. Now, contrast that with something like nuts. Just a handful is packed with calories. Healthy? Sure. Great for weight loss? Not so much if you're eating too many of them. The point here isn't that foods like nuts or avocados are bad. They're amazing for you, packed with nutrients. But if you're trying to lose weight, eating too much of these high-calorie dense foods will work against you. Instead of labeling foods as healthy or unhealthy, let's look at them for what they are. Calories. High-calorie dense foods versus low-calorie dense foods. That's how you can start making smarter choices without overthinking it. And let's be clear, I'm not saying you should avoid calories altogether. You need them to survive. But if most of what you eat is lower in calorie density, you'll find it way easier to stay on track and avoid overeating. Want an example? Think about peanut butter. It's not bad for you. In fact, it's super nutritious. But if weight loss is the goal, too much peanut butter will make that deficit you're aiming for a lot harder to hit. Let's talk about something that might surprise you. Butter. Is it bad for you? Not really. It's not inherently unhealthy. It's not junk food, and it's definitely not on the same level as eating a candy bar or a chocolate bar. But here's the thing. If your goal is to lose weight and stay lean, butter isn't exactly your best friend. Why? Because at the end of the day, your body processes excess calories the same way, no matter where they're coming from. This brings us to the magic word, calorie deficit. If you've been wondering what that actually means, here's the simple explanation. It's when you eat fewer calories than you burn. That's it. You're either in a deficit, less calories, a surplus, more calories, or at maintenance, breaking even. So even if you're eating foods that are considered healthy like nuts or butter, if they're making it harder for you to stay in a deficit, they're not doing you any favors in the weight loss department. Let's use nuts as an example. Nuts are healthy, right? Packed with good fats, protein, and nutrients. But if you're snacking on them mindlessly and struggling to lose weight, they might be the culprit. It doesn't mean nuts are bad or that you need to ditch them entirely. It just means they're calorie dense, and that can work against you when you're trying to hit your goals. Same thing with hummus. Hummus is often marketed as a super healthy option, but depending on the brand or recipe, it can be loaded with calories. You might scoop it onto some veggies and think, this is such a healthy snack. But suddenly, your light snack has turned into a calorie bomb. And don't even get me started on salad dressings. A salad starts as this low-calorie powerhouse, just a mix of fresh veggies. But then you add olive oil, maybe some fancy vinaigrette, and suddenly your 50-calorie salad has become a 500-calorie meal. Is salad dressing bad for you? Not at all. But if you're not paying attention, those extra calories add up fast. Personally, I go for light dressings. Do they taste as good? Maybe not. But they're satisfying enough to make it worth the trade-off, and they help me stay on track. It's all about making choices that align with your goals. If you can swap high-calorie options for lower-calorie ones without feeling deprived, that's where the magic happens. Ready to dig deeper? Let's keep this momentum going. Let's clear something up about gluten. I don't care about it. Seriously. Gluten-free this, gluten-free that, it doesn't matter to me. Some people treat gluten like it's the devil, but let's be honest. Whether or not something has gluten isn't the point when it comes to weight loss. What is the point? Calories. If you're eating bread, whether it's gluten-free, organic, whole wheat, or whatever fancy label you want to slap on it, it's still bread, and it's still packed with calories. You can't expect to load up on bread, even if it's labeled as healthy, and think it's not going to impact your weight loss goals. It doesn't matter how much fiber or how many grains are in it. If you eat too much, it's not helping you. Calories are calories, no matter how you slice it. Literally. Now, let's talk popcorn. I love popcorn. Is it the healthiest thing in the world? Probably not, but it's low calorie, full of fiber, filling, and, most importantly, it tastes good. That makes it a win for me. Sure, someone out there might argue popcorn isn't healthy. And you know what? I don't care. It helps me stay lean, it keeps me satisfied, and it doesn't derail my calorie goals. If you're getting value out of this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It's a small action, but it really helps keep content like this coming your way. Now, let's dive even deeper into this concept. On the flip side, let's look at flax seeds. They're packed with nutrients and undeniably healthier than popcorn. But here's the kicker, they're also way more calorie dense. If I sat down with a bowl of flax seeds instead of popcorn, I'd be consuming way more calories, which would work against my goals. So yeah, they're healthier, but they're not better for weight loss. If you're someone who's happy and doesn't mind carrying extra weight, then go ahead, eat the flax seeds. But if you're trying to stay lean, you've got to make choices that align with that goal. It's not about following some rigid, eat healthy rule book. It's about balancing your choices so you can eat foods you enjoy, stay full, and still crush your goals. If that means choosing low-calorie popcorn over a superfood that's packed with calories, so be it. Let's keep it real. Being overly restrictive just leads to burnout. Let's talk about balance, because this whole save all the fun stuff for cheat day mentality, it's ridiculous. People will avoid perfectly reasonable options, like popcorn, all week because they're worried about what's in it. But then on cheat day, they go nuts, eating anything and everything without a second thought. Why not aim for balance every day instead of swinging from one extreme to another? Take salmon, for example. I eat it regularly because it's healthy, but honestly, I don't love it. I eat it for my health, not because it's my favorite thing. But here's the catch. Salmon is higher in calories compared to something like haddock. Haddock is lighter, has fewer calories, and will fill you up more if you're focused on losing weight. Salmon might be healthier because of its fats and nutrients, but the calorie count matters if weight loss is your goal. It's not about cutting one or the other. It's about understanding how they fit into your plan. Here's where people often get confused. They think 3,000 calories of healthy food will magically lead to better results than 2,000 calories of junk. That's just not how it works. If I ate 2,000 calories of pizza every day, I'd probably get super shredded. Not because pizza is a magical fat-burning food, but because I'd be eating fewer calories overall. On the flip side, if I downed 3,000 calories of superfoods like flax seeds or beans, I'd end up gaining weight. Calories don't care about labels like healthy or unhealthy. Your body processes them the same way. Speaking of beans, they're another great example. Beans are healthy, no doubt about it, but they're calorie dense compared to veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, or spinach. So if you're trying to stay in a calorie deficit, loading up on beans might not be the best move. Same with ice cream. I love ice cream, but instead of going for the calorie-heavy options, I choose lower-calorie Greek yogurt bars. They're portioned out, satisfying, and way easier to fit into a calorie-conscious diet. And let's not even get started on the obsession with organic food. Sure, organic might be better in some ways. No pesticides, grass-fed, and all that jazz. But if you're eating unlimited portions of organic food and racking up thousands of calories a day, it's not going to help you lose weight. Meanwhile, someone else could eat conventionally grown food, even with the pesticides, and still lose weight because they're eating fewer calories. It's all about balance and making choices that work for your goals. Let's cut to the chase. If you're here watching this, you're already smarter than most. Why? Because you're looking for real advice, not some regurgitated nonsense from a textbook. Sure, I joke around when I say some of the people might not be the brightest, but at least they're learning. The real question is, who's worse off? The people who aren't listening and staying clueless, or those who admit they have room to grow and actually do something about it? I'd say my viewers are ahead of the game. You can go ahead and find some expert who'll tell you to eat more fiber because of some outdated study. Meanwhile, the person telling you this might not even be in shape themselves. The truth is, eating the right foods or hitting the perfect calorie count is way harder than people make it sound. It's brutal trying to stick to a deficit when you're starving. That's why just throwing healthy foods into your diet won't magically make the hunger go away. You've got to figure out what actually works for you in the real world. So, if you're ready to cut through the fluff and get real-world advice, stick around and check out these other videos popping up now. They're packed with more tips to keep you on track. That's it for today. Catch you next time.